We've got playing in the top right spawn position, playing for Team Mouse Esports. He lost the semifinals to Crank, but he's looking to still qualify himself for I-48. It is HeroMarine, the Red Terran player. And in the bottom left, we've got the blue Terran player. For Team FXO, he is FXO's Strelok, opening up with gas, as we've seen him do so many a time today. He is sticking to his plans, and we're probably going to see another Reaper opener, I would assume.
That's right, we have the barracks about halfway complete now, and the gas is going to be mining very quickly indeed for Strelok. However, HeroMarine doing pretty much exactly the same thing, so we could have an awkward situation of Reaper versus Reaper, and with the current size of their guns, that is a battle that would take approximately 3.5 hours to finish.
Yeah, that would take a long time. Those Reapers, of course, not as potent in Heart of the Swarm as they were in Wings of Liberty. I know we do mention that a lot, but there's a lot of people who don't actively follow the Heart of the Swarm changes, and a lot has changed. A lot of units have received what might seem minor tweaks, but completely changes their use in the current metagame.
Yeah, definitely. We've seen, I think the best example of that is probably the Protoss Mothership Core, because it's one of those units that allows someone to be basically a lot more versatile in both offense and defense, which is really cool. You can use them offensively to poke in and out of your opponent's bases and get back via mass recall. You can use them defensively with that photon overcharge ability. So a lot's going on there, and oh, so close to letting that SCV get in, even lowering the supply depot as the SCV takes its final dying breath. Oh, Strelok, you troll.
Yeah, it was like, you still want to go inside? You could, but you're gonna die before you see anything anyway. It took a long time, by the way, for that Reaper to kill the SCV. I'm a little bit depressed by the amount of damage Reapers are currently doing. I mean, we see them a lot in TVT and in other matchups too, to be used for scouting information, but other than that, they're not really as useful anymore. I mean, they hardly even beat a Marine one-on-one.
Maybe introduce an upgrade for the Reaper that you need from the tech lab. Instead of combat drugs or Reaper speed, you introduce an upgrade that actually gives them guns instead of BB guns.
Yeah,
and then,
that would be cool.
And after that upgrade, they become like reasonably good. But right now, I actually want to point out there are some fantastic ways people can use Reapers at the moment. I don't want to just sit here bashing them, because that is totally not the done thing to do. What I'd like to point out is that Reapers are great when you want to poke in and out with your scouting and you keep them alive. We actually saw a game on Star Station yesterday evening when I was casting with Metals, where even though the Terran player ended up losing the game, he kept his Reaper alive and was going through once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times to scout the tech, to a point where the Protoss player, I believe, canceled the building and replaced it with another tech, but the Reaper just kept coming in and kept scouting everything, and he got beautifully accurate information because it's a very fast unit. He wasn't stopping to kill probes or anything, and in my opinion, that's the best way to use Reapers here in Heart of the Swarm.
Yeah, scanning information, very good thing to use Reapers for. And oh my god, Strelok going to be going for that strategy that is, quote, overpowered, or was, quote, overpowered, because it was used so often. We're going to be seeing some Hellbat drops here, I suppose, because the armory is about to finish up for Strelok, and he's got a starport with a medevac on the way, and he does have a factory making Hellions, so we could see that dropping action occur, but currently only 2 Hellbats can fit into a medevac, but 4 Hellions can still go in there and then morph into Hellbats into the mineral line, giving the opponent a little bit more time to react.
That's right, and there's very nice, killing the Reaper in midair. I don't think I've seen that before. That's pretty awesome.
Oh.
But we've got a nice little area at the edge of Marine's base. Yeah, there we go. That's why he's sending his army there right now, where technically Hellions could become Hellbats, and you wouldn't know. We've got now the medevac popping through, but of course, because these units are already Hellbats, only 2 of them are going to be able to fit in any one time. And he's going to be putting them on the high ground and then shuttling the other 2 up as well. But look at this massive army waiting here, and those 6 Hellbats are going to have to wait.
They're going to have to wait a little bit, and look at that. I wonder, Strelok would have probably known about that, so I'm not... Oh, medevac, what the hell are you doing? So, almost had a heart attack there. For a second, I thought the medevac might go down to the Marines on the high ground, but of course, Strelok is too good. He's going to be healing up his Hellbats because...
Is there a second medevac? A second medevac would do really well in a drop right now, but I don't
there's a
think
Banshee
Strelok
follow-up.
one. Yeah,
there's a Cloak Banshee follow-up here. I'm not sure about
and here
this.
we go. All 6 Hellbats being dropped there, trying to take on the Bio Army. Unsuccessful at the moment. There are only 2 remaining. That last one, is he going to get saved? Yes, he is. We're coming to get you, Barbara. And Strelok manages to get that away. Oh! Only for the missile turret to fire a single shot. And if you can hear a small violin playing somewhere right now.
A very, very small violin. One might even say the smallest violin. The missile turret is already in position here, and Strelok is not going to be able to do much here. The defense out of HeroMarine has been impeccable this time around. He didn't lose much of anything, really. Looking at the resources lost tab, we can see Strelok is pretty far behind in that regard, and HeroMarine is now got a really potent counter push. The only thing that Strelok really has is Hellions and Hellbats and an occasional Banshee flying around. But this... Ooh, he actually stimmed in the middle of the map. Did he pick something off there?
I didn't see so myself. He's now... Oh, very nice scan there. That Banshee's definitely going down at HeroMarine. Going to put on a lot of pressure here against Strelok, but there are 2 Widow Mines. Strelok trying to bait him in with those 4. Oh, and I think he's going to be able to do it. Excellent hit from one of the Widow, but there's a second one as well. Is he going to be able to bait him in even further? And I think HeroMarine's decided, actually, I don't want to be a part of this, and gets the heck out.
Yeah, if that second Widow Mine would have triggered, basically that entire army would have been dead, because they would have been so weak that the Hellions could have easily chased them down and killed them off. So good decision there by HeroMarine to retreat. Those 2 Widow Mines really saving Strelok's hide there. Is that a... Yeah, it is. There's a Dutch expression, and I was like, does this expression work when I translate it literally to English? And I guess it does.
I guess some won't, but that one certainly does.
Sweet.
And I like the Widow Mine defense that HeroMarine has at his natural as well. I believe if he scans that... Oh, he should have scanned when the Banshee was a little bit closer, but never mind, has done the same job.
Yeah, has done the same job, scared it away. Probably would not have been able to kill that Banshee either way. The missile turret is very late though, so the Banshee's going to come in again, and we do have one more scan. Is the scan?
There we go.
There he does. He gets that. Did the Widow Mine get that? I think he did.
Yeah, the Widow Mine got it.
Sweet. That's some new way of defending Banshees that, of course, we've never seen in Wings of Liberty before. A single Widow Mine in your mineral line can really do wonders.
Yeah, it really can. I don't think a Widow Mine kills a full health Banshee in one shot. I want to say I haven't seen that happen. Maybe chat will correct me if that's wrong. But that Banshee was certainly weak enough that that second scan anywhere close to the Widow Mine would easily have taken it out.
Good point. I believe they used to, Widow Mines used to one-shot Banshees, but I'm sure chat is gonna correct us on that. I think it was changed a little while ago because people were like, "Oh my god, they one-shot Banshees doesn't make sense. It's so expensive."
I was thinking whether it was a patch thing. So we're gonna have to see a little bit later on. But for now, though, we actually see a lot of Hellbats being produced from Strelok. Got a couple of siege tanks behind and a few Vikings for good measure to get that air dominance. And here we go against the bio army of HeroMarine. He's stimming forward right now, but he does not want to go into this position.
No way that he can push up that little small ramp with this many siege tanks. The Marauders are actually going to be able to take out a Hellbat for free there. And for some reason, taking out a Hellbat feels so much more of an accomplishment than it felt to take out a Hellion. Do you know what I mean? Like Hellbats, they seem like an entire different unit and way more of an achievement to pick them off, while they actually are the same value, the same production time and everything.
It's like picking off an infestor, man.
Yeah, it feels like that. It's like
that sense of satisfaction you get when you finally pick one off. We have one Marine from HeroMarine here. Just going to double check that Strelok hasn't been super greedy and already landed a third or anything like that. Strelok does have that third going, but is still on the high ground in his main base. Another 2 factories going down for him as well, which will bring him to a nice, healthy total of 4. In the meantime, HeroMarine continuing with barracks production while getting his third too. So we really do have another game here of classic Bio versus Mech.
Yeah, it's really classic TVT, really. Not really that different from the TVT that we see in Wings of Liberty at this day. Mech, Bio, both viable. Of course, the Hellbats and the Widow Mines make an entirely... Oh, this could be bad news for Strelok. Interrupting myself there as HeroMarine is moving in to do some damage at the natural. And what is Strelok going to do? Is he going to commit or is he going to turn back? I think he's going to commit.
Okay,
he knows the army's there.
HeroMarine shouldn't have done this. Oh, well, he could do this as well. I was waiting for 4 medevacs to pick up the army and lift it into the main, but this is looking pretty darn good as well. Unfortunately, the siege tanks all go down, and HeroMarine is going to get significant damage done, of course, because the army of Strelok is way out at the other end of the map. So HeroMarine gets a leg up in this base race.
Yeah, it definitely does. HeroMarine is getting a head start in this space race. He has the bio army, which is quicker, and he was already more advanced onto the map. And look at the defense that HeroMarine has set up at the top of this ramp.
SCVs versus Hellbats! This is not good! Oh, that was about 40 workers killed in like a second! Oh, that was painful to watch.
That's the last thing you want to do, pull SCVs. But I guess he was in a desperate position. He wanted to try and somehow hold his main base, but he didn't manage to do so. Pretty much the entire army of Strelok is still alive, and HeroMarine still has a really good army too. This is going to be a base raid, and a base raid of epic proportions, I hope.
Oh my goodness. So, and everybody decides to lift up their command centers and head across somewhere else. Now, Strelok has, I think, 2 Vikings and nothing else as far as anti-air goes. And they're actually currently targeting 3 Vikings, and they're only targeting this one orbital. So if it gets landed, and it should get landed soon, we need to drop a mule to repair it. Come on, HeroMarine, you can do it. Or that might just burn and the Vikings are going to get it. Okay, but we have buildings from both sides floating around now, and this has become a bit of a topsy-turvy game. Base race situation. HeroMarine, though, double the supply.
This starport's so important right now for HeroMarine. He needs to keep that alive to be able to produce a Viking and produce stuff. It's becoming to a point right now where you actually need to start thinking about, do I have enough resources to build a Viking to hunt down my enemy's buildings? And so far, both players have a few workers left. Strelok only has 1 SCV. Ooh. Where's that SCV at? We can click on it and see where it is. Ooh.
That's actually huge.
Wow, that's a super hidden SCV. Look at that. That is so cool that the SCV remained hidden there.
Wow, really nice stuff there. And we've got the classic 17-minute barracks rush coming in from HeroMarine, who looks like he's going to try and squash his opponent's third base with it. A lot of buildings hovering around there, and the starport deciding to pop down in the middle of the map. But a lot of SCVs remaining for HeroMarine. Like you mentioned, he's got 22 workers, and as soon as a command center lands somewhere, he will be able to resume a lot of mining. But was that the last orbital that just got taken out in the top right-hand corner? Is there a command center on the map now for HeroMarine? I'm not sure. I don't think so.
There is a tab called Structures that we open now to find the answers to our questions.
Oh, thank you so much, Heart of the Swarm. And yeah, no command center. There's also the wait until there's a message that says they haven't rebuilt their base. But now these SCVs have nowhere to deposit minerals, and all of a sudden, Strelok's bank of 800 minerals and, oh wait, 0 workers. So neither side can produce another building.
No, it's looking really grim right now for Strelok. Neither person can produce, but the better army is obviously for HeroMarine. But he cannot reproduce, so is there any position on this map where you can float and...
Okay, hang on. Strelok has 3 Vikings.
Yes.
HeroMarine has 2 Vikings. If Strelok's Vikings kill HeroMarine's 2 Vikings, he can float his factory in the top corner and force a draw.
The 2 Vikings of HeroMarine have full HP. The Vikings of Strelok are a little bit damaged.
As long as they get 1 volley off
there are Widow Mines, though. Widow Mines.
No, but that factory will be out of range. The factory will be out of range. Basically, if the 2 Vikings right now of HeroMarine go down for any reason before that factory is burning, Strelok can force the draw.
There is now a 3rd Viking on the field, ladies and gentlemen. So 3 healthy Vikings out of HeroMarine versus 3 weakened Vikings out of Strelok. But Strelok has the Widow Mines. Widow Mines can hit Vikings, and they can make a difference. It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
This is going to be so close. I think... Okay, so Strelok needs to try and maybe get the Vikings completely caught off guard with a Widow Mine and get them 1 hit. And I think it exactly 1 hits a Viking, because 125 hit points on that Viking. They're going to find the factory, and they're going to start shooting, but will the first volley go off of Strelok? HeroMarine is very wary of any Viking counterattacks right now. He's following the factory around, and will Strelok get the first hit in? Here we go. He's got a good volley on the first Viking, but, oh, he's trying to lure him into the missile turrets, and there goes 1. This is not quite GSL this morning,
if it burns,
but it's pretty close.
Over. It's burning.
It's burning.
That's GG. That's game over for Strelok. No way for him to win anymore. He's got nothing to repair that. Nothing at all. And this game is going to end as soon as that factory burns down.
That hit point counter is basically... Oh, two Widow Mines. He can burrow them, but 171 supply. Oh dear, GG.